other thing that we also have at the front of the room is student equipment. So any equipment that the students use, I have at the front of the room, but to the side in a dedicated storage space. So all mathematics equipment is here that the students need to access. It also means that when they come to collect that equipment, there's ample space for them to access that. That equipment includes dominoes. It may also include grouping and sharing mats, counting items such as links. So anything that they need to come and collect. Anything that I hand out to the children, I usually have on the top shelf, and they're my random number generators. So for example, that may include playing cards. It usually includes dice, so that's a class set in one easy container. And remember, we never use dice without the bowl, because dice live in two places: your hand or the bowl. Anywhere else you lose a turn. Basically Classroom Management 101. Or we might want to use number spinners, because dice just might be too loud or not appropriate for some students. So we might be using, for example, some 0 to 9 number spinners instead. On the very top of that storage space, I have whiteboard insert sheets that I need to hand out to children, and also their marker pens and erasers as well. I have two types of whiteboard insert sleeves that I use. In this container here is a class set for students to use year round. So I have a range of visual models in here. These are just stored, nice easy container, $9.95 from Officeworks, Brander's Otto. So in there they have their range of visual models. So from whether it's a 10 frame with a 5 frame on the reverse, our dot array, area grid on the reverse, a range of hundreds charts, 1 to 100, 801 to 900, tenths or hundredths. Our differentiation is essentially done. And of course at the back you have a white sheet of paper, so there's no scaffolding required. The other type of insert sleeve that I use with students, they're stored in the carry case. And again, we never know which way we may need to adjust the size of the numbers, for example, that we give to children to use. So they're always here at the ready, a full range of a variety of numbers that children can use, and they're stored in this expanding file carry case, about $5.95 at Officeworks. The other two significant things here in the storage space for student equipment, we always need a lost and found container. We never know, oh, we have a domino in here, but that's okay. It's got an orange spot on it, so I'll just return that back to the orange set. They're individually marked up. And also to have enough space here so that when children are returning items, they've got a space that they can return it to at the end of the lesson. So for example, if they're using pattern blocks, they're all stored class set in one container, but students are individually using a SnapLock bag with a set quantity inside. So at the end of the lesson, they can simply return them all into the one container, and then we're out the door for lunch. Next to the shelves, I actually store anything that needs to be in containers. So for example, I have a class set of connecting cubes. So that's my tub of 1,000. And in the tub, we have 10 bags. And inside each bag, we have 10 towers. And one tower is actually made up of 10 loose blocks. So anything in containers is easily accessible for students, and again, they can return those back to the front of the room at the end of the lesson.